I'm your host, Steph, and I am podcasting to you from a pretty sunny Columbus, Ohio. It's Saturday, May 9th. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. We are still in COVID-19 world. I did order some coffee for my mom, and I don't think it's going to get to, I don't think it's going to get to my parents in time, which that's okay. That's okay. It's local coffee from Columbus. When I lived in Athens, when I was in college, I used to purchase local coffee from the coffee shops. Athens is very, it's like a hippie town. So there's not a lot of chains for it being, it's a very small town, but the college is big. The college doubles the town's size, several thousand. So either way, I ordered my mom some coffee from a local coffee roaster here, and she'll get that eventually. So let's just jump into knitting, shall we? I do have a completed object, and I am wearing it. It is my Ripple Bralette by Jessie Mae Designs, and I would wear it without the shirt, but you can see my nipples, so that's great. I am a loose knitter, and as I was knitting on this, I felt like the fabric was too airy for it to be a bra. I was indeed correct. No big. So I did finish it. This is going to be real weird, but there we go. So this is what it looks like. It's very size inclusive, so there's a lot of size options. I knit the second size, and I did knit the ribbing longer. And when I knit this again, because I will, I am actually going to knit the body longer as well. I just want, honestly, like half an inch more of length here. So there it is. I did not do the cross, so I just did the straps normal, which I like. I can see myself knitting multiples of these. So the fit, perfect. The fit is great. It is just too airy. So I am gonna have to drop down needle sizes. I think I'm gonna have to knit these on a size 1, which I had not planned to do, but that's okay. The yarn I used is Teal Torch Knits in the Dancing on Top of Cars colorway, which I love this so much. I talked about this on the last episode, but it is beautiful. It is so bright. It's amazing. And what is amazing is that my crop top took 26 grams of yarn. I'm not even gonna rip this guy out. I'm just gonna keep going with more yarn. So yeah, I'm going to cast another one on very soon. I've got it in my adorable market bag. That happened. I just lost my handle on my bag and flung it and hit the tripod. That's okay. So completed object, my Ripple Bralette, that is sadly going to be ripped out again, but the fit is great, other than I do want a little bit more length, which I could lengthen the straps, but really I think I want to lengthen the actual knitted piece. completed object, let's move into works in progress or current quests. It has been a busy 2 weeks, and I have not had enough time to really relax, let alone knit. So you'll see that in my work in progress. So right here, we'll talk about the Boho Blush first. And I'm in the middle of a row. And now I don't even remember if I moved the progress keeper from the last time. I must have, right? I don't even remember now. So here's the Boho Blush, and I am in the middle of a row. I accidentally knit an extra repeat in the garter, so I am 4 stitches more than I should, but honestly it's gonna turn out fine because I am doing the setup row for the brioche, and the brioche is just divisible by 2, so 4 stitches more, it's fine. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm going to knit the brioche section longer than normal. So here's its normal length. I think that's like 4 repeats or something like that. So there's another one. I think I'm gonna just make the next brioche section longer, and then you finish up with a garter. And again, I think I'll knit the garter section longer than the pattern says, because this is how much yarn I have left. Yeah, so much yarn. My hair is everywhere. I really need to sweep the living room because I've spent so much time in here, and I do this with my hair, and then inevitably pieces of hair come out, and then I just drop it on the ground. Because eventually I will vacuum or sweep or whatever. But anyway, so I have a lot of yarn left over for this. So yeah, or I could knit some socks out of it. I think it would be, oh no, I felt my hand slipping and losing some stitches. But either way, I love this color. I'm not sick of this color, and honestly, I'm not really sick of the pattern, though I would love to be done, because then I could cast on something new. Boho Blush, Andrea Mowry. The yarn is Cozy Colorworks in the brick colorway. Purchased at Rhinebeck. Okay, so the next quest that I am on is, well, this has new life. And that is my Fields of Flowers wrap by Sarah Ery. And I frogged it. So all of the little balls of yarn are in here. Oh, I don't even need to do it. You can see it through the window. So here you can see there's one, there's another one, here's another one, and then the actual skeins. This is from the stripe, so I didn't even bother to wind it up. I was gonna run out of yarn. I had been weighing through each section, and it just got to a point where I was going to run out of yarn. So what I decided to do is frog it, recast it on, but add a 3rd color. Now this, I had to purchase this yarn, and this is Mad Tosh, Tosh Merino Light in the Porches Be Like color. Oh, I was showing you the back. Porches Be Like, which is 413. It is a bright mint green. So this is really all I've done. Not much at all. I don't know what was wrong, but my ball winder struggled with this guy. It popped off the ball winder twice. And I don't know, it's so weird, and I don't know, it's bizarre, strange what happened here. So that is my other work in progress. And the plan is I'll have the lime green on either end, and then I will maintain the colors that I had before, which was that orange color, which is Fuse Fiber Studios, who no longer dyes anymore. It's in the persimmon colorway. And then, what is the other one? String something? Cosmic Strengths in her Merino Single Aquarius colorway. So the deadline to have this done was last month. Clearly didn't happen because I have frogged it, but I think that's okay. And I'm itchy. Okay. That is it for knitting, to be honest. This will be a short one. But it is May, and in May there is something called Mania, and it's a cross-stitching challenge, and you can kind of take it however you want. I think originally it was you start a new whip every day, and then however many like it's 2020, so you would start 20 new cross-stitch projects. I can't handle that. I can barely finish a cross-stitch project a year. So I knew if I did that, that would just be setting myself up for disaster and really just more clutter, which I don't need, because clearly I like to just have lots of things. So what I decided to do was I will cross-stitch one strand, so technically it's two strands a day. So the two are together. So it's, I don't know I don't know how you would say that, but that's in my mind what I'm using. So I will say that I did not cross stitch Wednesday or Friday, but today I have done two strands, so really I'm only one behind, so I just need to do one more color, and I've already started it. So here is my progress, and I'm making progress. So today I'm just gonna finish up with the white. There we go. Oh, and I have Smaug Strobe and I didn't write it down. I am really liking this, isn't it? I mean, can you tell what it is? Can you tell what this is? It's a sheep. I just got his legs here, but this is Little House Needleworks, Lois and Henry, or Louise and Henry. This is what it's gonna look like. Yeah, it's so cute. So right now what I'm working on is outlining the sheep this way. So I don't know if I'll get all the way across with this one strand, but we'll see. So every day, well, I try to, but work has just been stressful. And I'm working until the evening, and I start work at 8 o'clock. I used to start a little bit earlier, but because I was working so late in the day, I was like, I have to have some time to myself. So like this past week I worked till 8 o'clock 2 nights, and I'm trying to work out. So I watch a fitness workout on Fitness Blender, and they're at least half an hour. So by the time I've done that and that, I mean, it's time for bed. So I haven't cross-stitched every day, but I've done pretty good. So basically I just need to do the fun parts, which is the sheep and the bird. There's little details on the flowers that need to be completed. Like I ran out, so I need to do a little bit of the green here. Is it better if I just show it closer? Probably. Let me scoot forward. So we have a flower that's gonna go here, and then more green that will go here, another flower that will go here. I think there's another leaf here, and then of course the sheep, the bird, the sheep's face, and then the word of wool. Oh, and the rest of the white right here, but that's real easy and you don't need a pattern to do this, so I figured, you know, let's outline the sheep instead and leave this for a night where it's been a stressful work day. But the challenge of Mania has been really good for this cross stitch, and I am looking forward to starting another project as well. I have quite a lot, and I have some big ones where I've purchased a lot of the, like a set, and my plan is to cross stitch them together. But I'm excited to pick out the next cross stitch that I work on. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something like this where it's not a holiday, or if I'm going to jump into like my Christmas or Halloween. I also have some really cute Disney ones, so maybe that's what I go to next. I don't know. I think honestly it's gonna depend on the thread that I already have, because I mean, not all of the stores have opened back up, so there's my cross stitch. Oh, let me show you that bag that I bought. So I ordered a cross stitch project bag for Mania actually, and here it is. It's sheep knitting, of course. Every single like crafty hobby thing that I get has to, in some fashion, relate back to knitting. So then on the inside, it's sheep, and they look like skeins of yarn. And she also, I ordered this off of Etsy, and it is the 805 Stitcher. 805 is an area code in California, but she also included a needle minder, and it is specifically the sheep, so it matches. Came with a nice thank you card, which she did put her handle. So on Instagram, she's at the 805 Stitcher, and here is her card. Yeah. Can you read any of it? Well, she's on Etsy as the 805 Stitcher, and I haven't used it yet, really, because I am stitching on that Q-snap, but I like keeping all the things together. So I've actually, like, I've got the pattern inside here, and I keep the thread inside of the little bag that you get where the pattern is in, and I've been keeping that inside here as well. I also have like a threader, a little needle threader, which I keep in here, as well as scissors. So I've just kind of been using it as a bag to put stuff in, which it doesn't need to be like this, but for when I stitch in hand, this will be perfect. And that's it. Those are the projects. So with that, let's move into, I'm actually gonna just double check, on the horizon. I've already talked about how I'm gonna reknit this Ripple bralette. I'm also gonna cast on this whole dope now. I'm ready for it, and honestly, I think I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm just ready. Though I might color some pictures to decide what colors I want for my sold out knit, instead of like knitting a bunch of swatches, because I just don't feel like doing that right now. I'm just not in the mood for that. So I think I'm gonna color. I'm gonna get some colored pencils that match the yarn, and then color in 4 soldatas and, well, not 4, but a couple soldatas, and decide what I want the color scheme to look like. But that's the plan. And that takes us to a novel idea where I talk about the books I've been reading. I decided to start another challenge in May, and it is to read romance novels. So that's cutesy romance novels, but also hardcore smut novels. So far, I have only finished 2, but I am almost finished with a 3rd one. It's been a rough week. So the first one I read was, so let me scoot over so you can see the cover, was The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. Now this, if you've never heard of Christina Lauren, it is a duo author, and the name is both of their first names. So they write cute romance novels. And The Unhoneymooners, I think I was just looking up, like, what is a good Christina Lauren book to start with. And this one came up as a lot of people's favorites, so I decided to go with this one. I really liked it. So at first I thought, this is just like not my... Let me back up. You have twin sisters, one of which is about to get married. She's frugal, she's lucky, she wins. So she basically got her whole wedding for free. She put in her name into a bunch of raffles, and it's basically her full-time job is to get stuff for free. And the other sister, who is our main character, she has just had a bout of bad luck. She just lost her job. She's not in a relationship. She hasn't had any good relationships, and she hates her sister's fiance's brother with a passion. She hates him, and it stems from an incident at a fair where he looked at her funny because she was eating corn dogs or something. Cheese curds. So, she takes that to heart. She's like, he thinks I'm fat, he thinks I'm stupid, blah, 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 I hate him. So it starts out, and this is not giving anything away because it's basically like on the back cover, but wedding happens, and at the reception, everyone is violently ill from food poisoning other than our main character and the fiance, now husband's brother, because both of them did not eat off of the buffet. So everyone is sick, but this all-inclusive Hawaii vacation for their honeymoon is non-transferable, non-refundable. It was a prize that she won, so she insists you need to go because they're twins, they can get away with it, and because she's the one that won, there's no pictures, there's nothing for the husband, so the brother takes the place as well. So they go, and the rest you have to read in the book. But the reason why I was kind of put off at first was I feel really weird about like siblings dating and marrying siblings. It's just something that makes me a little uncomfortable. And I just find it really weird. So going into the story, that's kind of what my thought process was. Like, even if it's cute, it's still weird to me. If you're like me and you think it's a little weird, still read this book because it's worth it. It's great. It's really, really good. It's really, really funny, and I really want to go on an all-inclusive vacation somewhere. Also, one of my good friends, she also has a podcast. I've talked about it before. It's called Travel with Thomas Wick. She, when she went on her honeymoon, they also went to an all-inclusive trip to a sandals resort in the Bahamas, Jamaica. And if you want to hear about it, it is her most recent podcast episode. It's not a video podcast, it is an audio standard podcast. You can get to it from iTunes, Stitcher, any of those places, but she talks about all the stuff that comes in an inclusive vacation resort thing like that. I've never been on one, but I would love to. Sounds amazing. You pay up front and then you just consume as much as you can, which is definitely totally up my alley. That's how I treated college. Once I got there, my goal was to just get as much accreditation as I could for the same amount of money. Hence why I have 2 majors and 2 minors. Technically, I have enough credits to have 3 majors, but to finagle the credits around, I would have had to create my own degree, and I'm snooty and I think that's stupid. To me, that means nothing if I had to create my degree so that I could graduate, but whatever. Side rant. Okay, so Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I recommend it. It was really cute. So then the next book I read, so that one, actually before I talk about that, Unhoneymooners, if I had to rate on a scale of 1 to 5 for how risque, sexy, whatever it is, I would put it as a 4. Would I say 3? 3 to 4. The next one is a 5, and then the one I'm currently reading is also a 5. So for the next one was called The Dare, and I don't remember it's Lauren or Laura something. Lauren Landish. Okay, Lauren Landish, The Dare. This I picked up because I thought it sounded hilarious. Basically, our main character, she feels stifled by her father, and to break out, she does all these dares, and they have rules to them, so none of them involve sex or harm to either them, the 2 friends, or seriously breaks the law. So those are your 3 rules, but otherwise everything goes. So a lot of times it's just hey, I dare you to fake an orgasm in the store, or I dare you to sing loudly at the curb, or I dare, it's little things, it's stuff like that, or I dare you to ride that mechanical bull, right? Just stuff that you could normally just say, hey, you should go do that, and then the person would go do it. But so the start of the book, they work at this really nice office building corporation called Fox, and they're kind of receptionists, and there are several VPs, and one of them is a young British VP, and our main character finds him very attractive, so her best friend dares her to go into his office and leave her mark, whatever that means. So our main character goes in and decides that she should photocopy her butt and stick it on his desk, which I just thought was just so stupid and funny. So yeah, and of course she gets caught. And honestly, that's where it goes downhill. Yeah, that was the funniest part. And then it tried to get all deep and serious, and I just wasn't a fan. Also, the book literally spans 2 weeks at max, and at the end they're getting married. I hate stories where you fall in love in one day, you go out and you start dating day 2, and everybody else doesn't matter in your life anymore other than this new love that you have. I hate premises like this. I hate them. 50 Shades of Grey is this. you can have all the problems you want. It's written terribly. It's abusive. And then the insta-love portion, it's bad. But the whole instantaneous, several days pass and you're head over heels. You can't fathom spending your life any other way other than with this one person. Forget everyone else that you've invested years of your life and they have invested years of their lives. And that doesn't matter anymore. I just hate those. So this book had that, and that really annoyed me. So I gave it 2 stars. On the smuttiness level, I would put this at a 5. Yep, but that's what I'm here for. So, yeah. The next book that I'm reading currently is a Regency romance book. I am enjoying it. Not as much as the Unhoneymooners, but I am really liking it. And I picked up, I told myself I wouldn't buy more books, but I did. But I picked up Bringing Down the Duke. I've actually started this. I started this in line to attempt to drop off my cable box or internet box at AT&T, and then they wouldn't take it. So I had this book from the Dayton Library. I moved, didn't want to bring the Dayton Library books with me, so I had to return it. But I loved the 1 chapter that I read, so I bought it. This is going to be a series. It's the A League of Extraordinary Women series, and the new one is coming out later this year. It's actually available to review on that website where you can review books that I am now forgetting what it is called. But either way, it's gonna come out soon. I actually bought a lot of books when I should not have. Okay, that takes us to life. I've already alluded to it, but my work weeks have been rather shitty. It's just tiring. It's tiring. I don't take a lunch, so working from 8 to 8 is 12 hours, and I am salary, so I am not getting paid for that. And it's I feel like a lot of people feel the same way, in that you're not producing anything. You're not, you don't see any results from what I do. I work with email campaigns, and I don't build the campaign. I don't write the campaign. I don't design the creative. I don't provide measurement. I literally just send emails. Is what I feel like I do. And in the environment that we're in right now, it's just, I just question why. Why are we still sending emails telling them that they should buy more insurance when 20 million Americans don't have a job right now? Yeah, so I've put a lot of hours into work, and yes, email campaigns go out, but I don't know. Right now I'm not feeling very satisfied, or no, that's not the right word. I'm not feeling productive, I guess. Which I don't know. I mean, I did finish this crop top, but I didn't really get that much knitting done. I really didn't get that much reading done. I'm way behind on podcasts. My plants are doing fine. I water them, but yeah, I don't know. So with that, I think I'm going to end the podcast. Let me know what you guys have been doing. Are you working? Are you feeling overwhelmed with work? Do you wish you had more work? Are you getting a lot of knitting time? Because I wish that's what I was doing, but it's just not happening for me. Yeah, let me know how you guys have been doing. I hope you're well. I hope you're feeling better than I'm feeling, to be completely honest. For all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Yeah, if you would like to follow me on any of the social medias, I am a Traveling Knitter Podcast on Instagram. That is the podcast Instagram account. If you would like to follow me personally, I am LuluisCrazy. The personal account obviously will have less knitting, more of like my life. The Ravelry group is a traveling knitter podcast, so we do have that. And if you would like to follow me on Goodreads to just see what I'm reading, I am LuluisCrazy on there as well. That's gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a really good day, night, whatever it is for wherever you are, and I'll see you next time.